Jeez. Didn't even have the freaking microphone on. My bad. Welcome to another episode, everyone. I said Jap5 calls in. Jap5, 107 Hoover calls in, and things go left. He's speaking about the fight with 4 Extra and not happy with their take on it. And feels like 4 Extra, at least, has been throwing him under the bus and saying things that are not true. He's not happy about it. It's a bit explosive, but let's dive into it. He called in a no jumper. He did not go on no jumper. They were trying to get him there. And he would not go on a no jumper, which is what I said in one of my prior videos when 4 Extra and Crip Mac, or at least 4 Extra, kept referring to the fact that Jap5 was clout chasing him and Crip Mac, to paraphrase. I'm saying Jap5 has only done 1 interview. And if he wanted to do another interview, he could. He can be on all of these platforms. I said then in that video that all of these platforms had been calling Jap5 for an interview. They all want the 4 Extra story, even though it's already been told, even by him now on Vlad TV. They still want it on their channel. Him talking about it, responding to it, and whatever else they may want to speak with him about, interview him about. But they want him on their channel. Camp Capone, No Jumper, all of them. He just decided to go to Vlad. But he could have still went to Vlad and been everywhere else as well. If he was clout chasing, he could be everywhere talking about this situation, but he has not been.
Oh, we're gonna call Jap5.
Yeah, he don't like you.
We're gonna ask him about that too.
I've got to keep it real.
Hello?
Jap5, I'm with Whack. What's going on?
Jap, I just lost a bet. I told him you didn't fuck with him because of the shit he do.
Hey, nah, I don't fuck with the shit he doing, but he's solid. Like I said, it's good.
No, you did not tell me it was good. I tried to get you on my show with him, and you said because the shit he do, you need a bag.
No, most definitely. For sure. Because like I said, look, you got to think about it. Nigga, I'm trying to do music. I'm not trying to be involved. Like, back then, I would have been like, man, let's do it. Let's go crazy. Like, a nigga trying to do it. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on my music. Nigga, I really want a Grammy. Like I said, I'm not trying to be no C-Mac 4 Extras out here yelling. Like I said, I want a Grammy, bro.
But if you're all about the music, how come you're going on podcasts and recounting your fades with all these various LA Warriors?
Got you there.
Nah, it ain't, because like I said, some stuff just got to be talked about.
True, you're right.
So you can only talk about it with some people.
You want to talk about it with people like Vlad that don't know the intricacies.
Got you.
Yeah, but I want to talk about it with Vlad. Also, somebody that got...
And, everyone's in competition. Everyone that's in the same genre, whatever, man, don't mistake it. This stuff gets serious. They talking about Vlad because Jap went on Vlad. So you go on Vlad, but you can't come on here and talk to him because they've been trying to get Jap on the show. That's what I said. He could have been everywhere talking about this stuff. He said he didn't want it. He's not trying to be a 4 Extra and Crip Mac out here screaming and all of that. Of course, he could have been doing that, bro. He could have been on all of these podcasts, certainly, by now, if he wanted to, doing different interviews. But again, man, this camera is dark, man. My camera was messing up earlier. I'm going to see what's wrong with it in a little bit. I'm using this other camera. Been using that all day. I don't like it like that. Anyway, so we'll see, man. But, hey, they've been trying to get him on there. He doesn't want to go. He's saying, he's asking him, well, why are you even speaking about the situation of fight and all that if you're trying to be in the music industry and industry? Well, again, these individuals have been speaking about this fight for years, and he has a right to finally say something about it, finally respond to it. And he was asked the question, as you would expect, he's going to be asked that question in any interview. If he goes on No Jumper, they're going to ask him the same question, even though it's already been asked and answered. So don't criticize him for answering a question that was asked of him when other people have been speaking about the same thing. It doesn't mean that he's not trying to get out of the streets or not be a part of the street and that he's not serious about his music because he answered the question that was asked about him as it related to the 4 Extra fight.
A platform that's not finna just like be tremendously like slaughter into my name. Like I don't want nobody to be
Vlad,
like, how I'm bragging.
We hype Jap5 up. We've been hyping you up for years.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Look,
No Jumper has helped your career more than Vlad prior to.
no, look, that video, that Vlad interview just opened so many doors for me, bro. I've been with Akon, I've been with Mozzie. All these niggas fuck with me now based off of that right there.
That's dope.
No, hold on.
Vlad's my boy, for the record.
Hold on. No, negative. I ain't gonna let you do that. Nah, cause that's my nigga. T-Money, my nigga since I've been 12.
Right.
T-Money is the reason why Akon fuck with you. Don't do that, bro. No, it ain't the same thing. Cause T-Money, listen, I'm 49. Me and T-Money go back to 12 years old. I used to fight Crips for that nigga on Paru. So I hate when niggas do me like that. I create a whole plug and they have swayed to a whole nother side. I hate that shit. The Akon plug is T-Money.
Hey, it's the same thing though, cause T-Money with me through the interview.
It don't matter though. The Akon plug was T-Money. You and T-Money did a pod together.
Yeah, for sure.
With Ray J the other day, right?
No, like prior to, I seen it. So that's some T-Money shit. Don't get at the Vlad. Give Vlad his shit, but don't take that from our people when they do shit for you.
Yeah, nah, but like I said, I wouldn't fuck with T-Money if it wasn't for that interview. He seen my interview like, man, what you stand for is what I stand for, like log in. And it opened up the doors. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from T-Money.
Didn't you interview with T-Money before, Vlad?
No, I never interviewed with T-Money.
Oh, that was just y'all sitting down somewhere.
Yeah, we just went to go chop it up. Like, he just wanted me to come in, but he seen my interview and he contacted me. That's what I'm saying. That's one nigga that contacted me.
But what did he mean? But listen, hold on, wait. Listen, first and foremost, bro, y'all got to stop lying to yourself. Nigga, you talk about squabbles, Hoover, and some gang banging, and now you don't gang bang and you back on the street rapping.
He definitely gang bangs.
Like on some real, that's just like me, like on some real shit, right? Niggas, like, I see the people that own like Wallow's that.
Right.
We are still talking street shit, bro. Our accolades is who we knocked out, mines ain't necessarily that because I do other business. But when niggas is questioning you, it's LA County, it's 4 extras, that's 40s, that's gang banging, it's motherfucking Crip Mac, that's gang banging. Like, bro, what we talking about?
But like I said, everything after that, like some shit just got to be talked about. Like I told you, when my name got mentioned and all that shit, like I said, it's some shit that nobody was gonna let live. Like they wasn't gonna let the 4 extra shit just not live. I mean, they wasn't gonna let it live. They wasn't gonna let C-Mac shit live.
I don't really understand this. I don't understand why they are pressing Jap about speaking on the fight, or making it seem as if he is being a hypocrite for speaking on that fight or answering that question, and at the same time saying that he's not in the streets anymore and he wants to do music and be serious about his music. I don't think that there's a conflict there, and I don't think that one excludes the other. I believe that he can do both, that during an interview when asked that question, he can answer that question. His message was also clear in that interview that being a shooter from your hood is no good, and that he wants to help younger individuals get out of the street. He was just asked a question that has been a popular topic here on the internet for the past few years, this fight with 4 Extra and Jap. And they spoke on the fight many times, and he finally had a chance to speak on it since he's now free. He was asked the question as the same way that they're going to ask him the question if he decides to go to No Jumper and sit down, which clearly they have been wanting him to do since he's been home, and he has not done it, said that they have to give him a bag. Clearly that means Vlad TV gave him something decent. Nevertheless, should he go on No Jumper at some point? Maybe he will. Let's see what happens with his music career and all that. The more he is successful in music, the less he's going to be worried about YouTube or trying to do any interviews on YouTube, particularly anything negative, even talking about that fight again. But we'll see. But if he was going No Jumper, what are they going to ask him? The same thing. They're going to ask him the same thing, the 4 Extra fight. So don't criticize him or say that he's being a hypocrite for answering the question that you're going to ask him too if he goes on there. And then when he answers the question, someone else is going to be saying he's a hypocrite, but y'all asking him this question. What he's supposed to say? I don't want to speak. I don't want to talk about it. Yes, of course he can say that. But had he said that from the beginning and not said anything about it on Vlad TV, some would look at that and say, well, he's just mature and doesn't want to get involved in all that nonsense that's in the past and all that, etc. But others would have said that something must have happened in there that wasn't good. Because it's one side of the story that's been out for years, and now he's out and still won't give us his side of it. Okay. Then all we have to go on is the one side. He must have went in there and got beat down, or whatever. So he answered the question, bro.
Like, it's some shit that a nigga just had to nip in the butt. But
so my question to you as Vlad, and that's bro, shout out to Vlad. Has Vlad or Cam Capone or any of them platforms pumped your name more than Adam has at No Jumper?
He was locked up, so he probably don't even know.
I don't know.
He kept your shit alive. I know about you the way I know about you because of how much they pump your fucking name up here.
But okay, side note though, I will say that listening to Jap5's version of the fight and listening to 4X's version is like, Jap just sounds like a college professor.
No, I don't think he's lying.
He breaking it down like such a simple story, whereas 4X are like putting so many extra details to that shit. Like I don't know.
I don't think he lying.
I walked away from it like I feel like Jap gave me a very
I don't think Jap's lying at all about nothing.
Man, nigga, not lying. Like I said, you see the pictures. I just sent the screenshots to Adam.
Yeah, he told me. I don't think he's lying about nothing. And I think 4Xers should just, because Jap was a young nigga. He said he was like 18, 19. You give a young nigga his props. You know what I'm saying? When 4Xers said I was only 7 years older than him, when a nigga dealing with 19, 18, and 26, 27, that's a big deal.
Hey, let a nigga 7 years older than your daughter be fucking her. You gonna kill his dumb ass.
No, that's a big deal. When you dealing with that maturity, your strength, everything. So, at the end of the day,
like I said, hey, let a nigga have a 19-year-old daughter or 18-year-old daughter be getting fucked by a 26-year-old. Nigga, I bet you any type of money, nigga, it's bad for him.
I wouldn't be thrilled. Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about anything.
I mean, bro, she grown. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's legal. But for sure, as a dad.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not doing 15, 20 years, and she back fucking a nigga that's older than that.
Hey, what about a 26-year-old nigga socking on your 18-year-old son? You gonna go for that?
No, that's different.
Exactly. It's the same shit.
No, I believe he should have gave you your props. Because being a young nigga willing to get out there with him like that, which you got to anyway, we all had to do it, he should have gave you a props. Because he was like, I was only 8 years older than him. Like, nigga, but that's a gap.
My thing ain't, look, he can say whatever he say. Like I said, nigga, I didn't took losses in that county. Nigga, I ain't never turned the fade down. I ain't never not winning no dorm. I ain't never rolled it up. They got to give me that. But my thing is, like I said, bro, why you lying about me taking fades? You gave me fades and I did my shit, nigga. That's all I'm concerned about. Like, I don't care about nothing else. Like I said, nigga, you can say you socked me through a wall. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
I will say this. He had every time I heard about his name in the county, it wasn't nothing bad. Jap, he had a ring to it.
Who, him? His name?
You.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro. Because a nigga gonna do my thing. Like I said, that's all.
Both of y'all, he should have just gave you yours anyway. A young nigga, you 26, 27, he 18, 19. It's like you supposed to give. Even if I squared up with him, it was like, you know what? OG Grebo from the Grandies, Compton Crip. Right? I might have been 21, right before I paroled. Grebo, a general. He come over there, dissing Compton Paru, dude did move. I got down with him. Every time I rushed him, I got dropped. After the third one, he said, youngster, I don't want it with you. You got heart. I don't want it with you. And walked away from me. Right? But, the creepo was like, it was like me fighting my uncle or some shit. Everything was different about it, right? But, so, I don't know why he just didn't give it to you.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Like I said, bro, would it be the whole way that my name got brung up on the situation? Like, I felt like it was staged. I felt like it was that fat ass twerk.
Okay, he's talking about Lupe right there when he said, I think it was that, and he's about to go in on Lupe right now, call her a couple of names, Crip Max manager. And, I don't know, I'm sure No Jumper or clearly Adam 22, No Jumper, they can get away with this, playing this sort of content. I probably cannot. I have 2 days until my strike comes off, April 9th. So I'm going to be careful and skip ahead of that right there. When he's about to go in on Lupe a little bit, calling her out her name and all of that. But he's saying that he believes that Lupe started all of this, Crip Mac's manager, that she started all of this.
The reason why my name even got brung up, like that shit was all planned, bro. Nobody knew who the that nigga was. So him all of a sudden feeling his
They did build his name off Jap name.
But you remember that podcast where Drinks with Jinx?
Say it ain't so. They built his name. They built their name off of Jap's name. That can't be true. Because 4Extra is over there yelling at the top of his lungs on Cam Capone that Jap is clout chasing them. That Jap is mentioning their name in the Vlad interview in order to get views. This is what they said. This is what 4Extra said. He said, "You're welcome. Glad that he can help." This is what 4Extra said. Meanwhile, Jap is out here with Akon and Mozzie. And could have been on No Jumper and everywhere else. If he go on Vlad, he can go everywhere else. We can see No Jumper been trying to get him on there forever. Platforms with millions of subscribers. He can go on Cam Capone, all these places that they at, he can go. Could have been going to all these places. If he was clout chasing them, clout chasing their name, meanwhile, he back behind the scenes strategizing and cooking, trying to really hit this industry and really get to the bag. And these dudes talking about he clout chasing them. When we all know, as I said, the rumor has been for the longest that they clout chased him. They built their name off of talking about the fight that they had with him. People been knowing who Jap was, a rapper, everything else. So, and that's the same thing Wack just said. Man, yeah, no, they built their name off of you. But let 4Extra tell it at the top of his lungs, screaming, that he's talking about the fight to get views when he was just asked about the fight, and he just spoke on it like y'all been speaking on it for years. No, knock it off.
They talking to 4Extra and they bring up Jap and he acts like
Lupe is the one who said, he said, "Oh, have you fought any rappers or famous?" Like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
That shit staged.
But yeah, because he acts like he didn't even know that Jap was rapping, which, I mean, come on.
Everybody know that.
Yeah.
You're from LA, bro. Everybody know that. I'm global, like nigga viral now.
Yeah.
It's different.
He knows everything about his enemies and his own people. So the idea that he wouldn't know about Jap5 rapping is silly.
No, I will say that the fade shit, a lot of people say he took on Jap's persona of what he was doing in the county, which I believe 4X was doing a lot of fighting too as well. A lot of people saying that because people knew who Jap5 was before he left. They knew who the nigga was.
For sure, yeah.
I don't think 4Extras was a thing when it come to this realm of shit.
No, that's true. He didn't get out till after Jap went in, yeah.
There it goes.
All right, yo, I appreciate it.
Niggas use that to their advantage. Like I said, I'm not mad about it because, like I said, feed your family.
For sure.
But like I said, I'm not no hater, nigga. But going on there lying, like trying to build this image, like you would be respected more as a real nigga. Like I didn't go on there, motherfucker, super anime. Oh, my enemies, nigga. On the dead home, I'm the destroyer. I didn't have to do none of that. Like I said, I went on there humble as told my truth, nigga. I'm a real nigga, bro. They respect me. They fuck with it.
Nah, facts.
That's it. Nigga more respected for it. Cause once you get exposed, nigga, it's over with. Your career over with. Like,
Yo, Jap, let me ask you a question. Cause I got a lot of my homies that's doing time, and I'm hearing a lot of politics going on in prison that's new to me because it wasn't there when I was there. I came home in '99, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about people on 50-50 yards? Like a cat, let's just say he got 3 years, right? He been in the county a year, he get the reception, he got kids, had a job or whatever, he got 13 months left, and they send him to a level 1 or level 2. I'm hearing they want these dudes to catch some time to get points to go to certain yards. I'm telling my homies, come home.
It's foo-foo. It's goofy. That shit goofy. I parole from a 50-50 yard.
So you parole from a 50-50 yard.
Yeah.
So you went and did your time where you had to do your time.
Look, like I said, when it come down to it, bro, I feel like at the end of the day, All that shit matter is only to niggas in jail. On the street, that shit don't matter. Ain't no bitch gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not.
So they ain't giving you no flack because they used to give Hawk flack about that shit.
Bro, nobody said nothing to me about that shit, bro. Niggas know I'm a gangster. Niggas know what I want.
Remember they were talking crazy to Hawk about it? Gumby used to always say this shit. But I'm telling my niggas, I'm like, bro, you got 9 months left. Come home, nigga. You ain't got to go with a nigga that's bad.
Look,
come home.
A bunch of miserable ass niggas, bro, that care about that shit. That's it. A bunch of miserable ass niggas with a whole lot of time. Because one thing I tell niggas all the time, and I was telling niggas that was coming there where I was at, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you want a 4 yard, nigga, 3 yard, a motherfucking 5 yard. Nigga, everybody goal is to go home, and the streets is 50-50.
Jeez. Big Tony. He pops right up. All right. There you have it. I've said enough about the 50-50 yard. I won't get into that anymore. Not right now. But, you know, Jap had a lot to say about the 4 Extra fight. He said that they're lying. He's not clout chasing them, first of all, and that they're lying, basically, about the fight. That's what he said. You know, that give him his props, give him his credit. He went inside every dorm. He fought your 2 homeboys, 4 Extra, before he fought you. And that you're going on there screaming and hollering, you know, making it seem like he's the one lying and clout chasing when the whole time you're lying. So, but he just explained why he's not on the internet a lot talking about the fight. And he hasn't been on the internet a lot talking about the fight. As I said, could have did many more interviews if that's what he wanted to do. He was acting no jumper, clearly. Right. Before that part came on, they were talking about Jap a little bit and how come he hasn't been on no jumper and how Adam was trying to get him on there and all that. And then I just picked it up on the part where Adam said, well, I'm about to call Jap right now. But they were already discussing how Jap won't come on the show. Then they mentioned it some more when he did answer the phone and they started talking. They've been trying to get him on the show. I alluded to that days ago when I said if he was clout chasing, he could have been on all of these podcasts speaking about this issue because all these podcasts want him on the show. Yet, he's only done 1 interview and spoke about it 1 time. He just spoke about it again. He called in. They still got the content, right? He didn't come in and sit down. They still just got some content from him, though, on the phone call about the fight. But there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. We don't need to keep it going anyway. I mean, whatever. They said what they had to say, but they sort of everybody else is keeping it going. They steady talking about this fight. Or whatever, because, you know, people have different takes on it, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth, I guess. But no one wants their name smutted up or like, you know, Jap wants to defend himself and his name. You know, the way 4 Extra, of course, has been making it seem is as if not that Jap was a coward, because he did, he did say that he came into the dorm. So can't be a coward because he came in there. Clearly, there were no other Hoovers in there, and he still went in there, and there are multiple neighborhoods in there. He's a young, skinny dude, but he went in there. So he's not necessarily saying that he's a coward, but he's questioning a lot of things that Jap said. He never said that he was Jap the shooter. He never gave him, they never spread it together, food, ate together. He never told him that he's the only Hoover that came into the dorm, etc. And also, again, 4 Extra is not necessarily trying to say that Jap's a coward, but the way he's making it seem, especially now since the Jap interview, is that Jap is certainly lying, clout chasing, and that he basically said he's not a real one. I thought he was going to be a real ninja and say what really happened, but I guess everybody ain't like that. You know what I mean? And all this stuff. So he's been on his head some, on Jap's head about him not being honest about the fight and all that. And Jap is just seemingly clearing his name some. Once again, he's asked about the fight right here, of course. But then someone else going to turn around and say, what, he's clout chasing or he's talking about the fight. Anywhere if he goes to an interview or just calls in somewhere, they're about to ask him about this fight. the same individuals that's criticizing him for speaking about the fight somewhere else are sitting here asking him about the fight. He's damn if he do and damn if he don't, I guess. That's just what it is. But okay, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. There it is. Jap calls in, speaks his piece about the squabble. We'll see where it goes from here. Stay safe and stay free, people.